Hello everyone, Mr. Storkin here, and welcome back to Fire Emblem 3 Houses. I know I promised I'd do this stuff in the monastery, but I was like, guys, I'm way behind on this. I do apologize for this stuff coming incredibly late, but you know, stuff happens. And so part of me is like, well, I have to sacrifice something, and I don't think the stuff in the monastery is really worth it. In my opinion. That's just my general consensus on this. It's like, I don't think it's worth it. And really deserving of our time. So that's my 2 cents on that. Let's increase that. But we will do a battle in between, so don't worry, it will make sense. I was looking at the level for the next chapter, it's level 19. I think we're more than enough. But also, to make sure I am more ready after this part, I'm going to grind all my units at level 25. At the bare minimum, they're going to be level 25. Because I feel like, again, I feel like I have to get level to be at for what's coming up. And let's just do magic.
Impressive.
Praise!
You could make
Praise! Good job, Anna. And so forth. So I think that's a good point to be at.
Question for you. That was surprisingly reasonable.
Yes! Best answer to get. Haha. Ain't that fancy, Lorenz?
Indeed.
So yeah, I figure that's the best course of action. I was gonna say I'm gonna be much tomorrow.
I get it.
Don't expect Fire Emblem 3 Houses till much later in the evening. Yeah. Because of 2 things. The PlayStation reveal is happening, and I have to cover that.
Are all over the place. We must learn to work together in harmony.
I have to work on that.
I? Fine. But I will sing it solemnly.
So I will have to work on that. On that, like, review and, like, the news on that, because I feel like some stuff is going to be announced. I don't know what
I am great.
yet, but I'm kind of curious. Based on what I heard, the PlayStation itself will be showing it. Like, you can view it on your PlayStation. Let's do Battle of the Plateau, because that's the highest level thing we can do. So yeah, don't expect it until later in the evening that day, because I'm really busy that day. And so forth. But don't worry, because Friday I'll record 2 parts, just be like, hey, so I'm well prepared. My plan is starting, like, then I'm going to do at least 2 months per day, just be like, in terms of recording, so I get up in time. I think that's a brilliant plan. That's a good plan. Then I have more than enough videos to upload in the stated amount of time. Oh, there's the Wolfie guy. The Wolfie, the King of Fae. Again? Okay.
That's my cue.
Do the rest of the
Take
video.
me seriously.
Oh, it's critical. Aha!
All roses have thorns.
Obliteration. But I am gonna grind my team up. And also, because of my recent sleep schedule and like how I do my stuff now,
I will prevail.
I do want to watch Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. I love Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. this season. I really do. That and Stargirl, I think, are really good programs to watch. Stargirl has me truly invested. I don't like,
Stay focused.
Let us
I don't like the I don't like the character of Courtney, and I was worried about that as soon as I watched
As
her.
you
Oh no, it's Courtney.
Oh no.
She's gonna be like one of
I
those
am
characters that
Ferdinand von Eyre.
I generally hate, and I was
will
right
get the
about that.
victory.
But ultimately, she's not the worst character. I think the brother is the worst character in the show. If you're asking me now. Why don't you stick to the magic? Why don't you stick to the magic, huh? Why don't you? So you're purposely trying to piss me off, Leonhardt. I don't know. Leonhardt.
It's a long road yet.
Yep. It's like you're constantly trying to do that. You're constantly trying to disappoint yourself. Good job. I'm gonna probably skip their turn. But no, I'm very much invested in Stargirl. I think it's worth the watch. Hey, surprise! You do more damage and much better when you have magic. Who would have thought that?
I'd rather be napping.
You know, who would have thought that, huh? Okay, I know he's telling me it would do damage. I'll do that with the skill thing. There you go. I don't know, it kind of works in my favor. Bro, Agent Shield's still a great program. I think it's the best thing to watch this stuff. I'm just invested in every episode. I'm just like, whoa, that was great. And
Failure is not an option.
Stargirl, I don't think this recent episode of Stargirl was particularly good.
It's time.
I doubt he sent the pictures. Even the way they form the narrative. And the family just kind of being an ass towards her, and I think it's unnecessary. So it's just like, wow.
Lady Edelgard.
Wow, this is you jerk. I mean, I hope there's a redeemable factor about the family. But at the moment, there isn't. Oh, and I love Pat, which is surprising because I don't like Luke Wilson. But again, oh boy.
It's the least I could do.
But when it comes to like priority, like what I'm gonna watch, like gun to my head. If someone was like, okay, Mr. Storehand, it's like, okay, you can only watch one of these two shows, Stargirl or Agent Shield. I would tell you I'd watch Agent Shield.
You should be honored.
And because of that, when Agent Shield does finish up, I'm gonna be very disappointed because I really love that show. But I will also, because Wonder Woman comes out the same weekend, I'm gonna, I'll probably see Wonder Woman on the weekend. 100% off. I would love to see Wonder Woman, the new Wonder Woman movie. I don't know if it's going to be good. I hope it's good. And I say that because,
as expected.
there's two things going against the movie already, which, has me not curious, makes me, kind of like, It's Pedro Pascal as Maxwell Lord, which I like Maxwell Lord's character, I really do. And Pedro Pascal is a great actor. Another thing is just Nick, who I don't really like in the movie. And she's playing Cheetah. I don't like Cheetah just because they make her really, like, not visually appealing. I know it's an odd thing to be like, but it's not like it. In recent stuff, and based on what I've seen, they're just going for like the whole like human cat thing. And I'm just like, no, that is rather disgusting. And I don't think I'd do that. That's just me, because it just gives me horrible flashbacks to the cats. Which is a shame, because that stuff looks freaking ugly. Ooh, rusted sword. Okay. But I do like, it's just, they're going back to, I don't know. It's just Gal Gadot and Chris Pine, that's his name. Chris Pine, that's Steve Trevor. Just working together, and I feel like they have the best chemistry in the movie. They were like, oh, I believe their camaraderie. I wouldn't.
Wow, how was that?
But to be honest, I think the first thing I'm gonna go back to see in theaters is gonna be Tenant. Because, oh my gosh, Tenant was great, and by the time, and where I live, we're close to when Phase 2 is gonna be opening. Phase 2 hasn't happened yet because technically we are my county that I live in, we are the most infected area of COVID in our state. And I understand why, but it's like, guys, I'd like to go to the theater again. I'm like, I'll practice at 6 feet.
You are nuts.
Also, 6 feet. Ooh. I don't mind 6 feet, it's just, it's really long. 6 feet. I don't hate it. It's just like, it's 6 feet. I'd rather be 2 feet away than stand 6 feet. 6 feet just feels awkward.
Each battle a chance to grow.
Good job, Violet. Well done. So that's why I'm just like, nah. 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 That's the only reason I'm really against this. But I just can't wait to go back to a movie theater. Like, I generally don't want to see Tenant in IMAX. My body's just like, a part of me is like, hey, Mr. Sorkin, don't you want to go see an IMAX like David, not David Tennant, Christopher Nolan intended, which they say in the trailer. And I'm just like, I got sick once when I went to an IMAX theater because the thing is, I went to an IMAX theater once, especially for IMAX. It was when Inhumans came out. It wasn't horrible because Inhumans was there. Inhumans I actually found kind of entertaining. A lot of people criticize Inhumans, but I'm just like, guys, Inhumans is actually really decent. I think it's better than anything Luke Cage made or anything from Iron Fist Season 2. But that's just me. A lot of people said it was the worst MCU show. It's like, whoa. I don't know about that, guys. And, I liked it. But the problem is... This is the problem. The nearest IMAX theater for me is all the way... It's like an hour drive from where I live. So it's not worth it, in my opinion, to go out of my way to go watch an IMAX movie. Now, and they're like, well, what's the consensus? It's like... Now, unless someone sat me down and was like, Mr. Sorkin, you have to watch this in IMAX. It's better in IMAX. I may agree with that. Because I believe it was shot in IMAX. But I also, the first movie I ever saw in IMAX, believe it or not, was, Sixth Harry Potter movie, which is Half-Blood Prince. I liked watching it in the IMAX screen. I like IMAX theaters. But also a lot of museums use it to show like their impressive like Discovery Channel type stuff that I'm just not ultimately invested in. And that's my opinion. You could be like, you don't know shit, Jon Snow.
I would like to...
Yeah, you're right. I don't necessarily believe stuff like that. But the thing is there's just things I just don't really, particularly like watching in theaters. I don't like smut films. Nah. Just disregard flames, like, nah.
I am ready to... Oh, no.
Like, I always feel uncomfortable
Professor,
when I see a movie that's like, there's a sex scene or something in there. Because I just get uncomfortable with that. Another thing I get uncomfortable with is children's movies. I don't like watching children's movies. I really don't, and this is why. And you're like, whoa, this ought to be good. It's like, why don't you like watching children's movies? It's like, because one of two things happens. There's a kid that won't shut up, or two, there'll be parents that don't shut the hell up. And which one do I hate more? I hate children, talking during movies, because they're so much louder. Adults are like, yeah, that happened. It's like, yeah, okay, now shut up. Like, for kids, I really, because kids are louder. And I generally just like, they're gonna talk, they're gonna talk. But when they talk in the whole movie, that happened when I saw Sonic. The kid just wouldn't stop talking. They're like, it's Tails. Like, wait, can Sonic do that? It's like, kid, I'm trying to watch this and you are so loud.
That's my cue.
It's like, can you, like, maybe... Ooh, I'm trying to... actually, I'm behind you. At the same time, more damage.
Let us away.
That being said, I do the best I can not to talk during the movie theater.
As you wish.
And the closest I come to talking during a movie is during the credits, because I'm just like, yeah, it was good.
I will get the victory.
I would stay after the credits now because I have teachers that's like just like ingrained that. Ouch. Because we have to like, it's the polite thing to do in watching movies. Everyone who worked on the film deserves you to have you sit there and watch their names. It's polite. Like, yeah, I agree with that. I'll do it. And I started doing that. I did that with the Current War. Current War, not a horrible movie.
You are nothing.
I didn't review it at the time because I just kind of enjoyed it. But that's not my next planned review, Artemis Fowl. Which, I know nothing about Artemis Fowl. I'm going to make that clearly evident. I know its existence, and that's the basis that I know it from, because I knew like kids who read in school. I can judge it as a movie, I'm not going to judge it as an adaptation to screen, because that's not fair to do, because I have not read Artemis Fowl.
I know.
And part of me is like, okay, should I read the Artemis Fowl book before I give the movie a shot? My answer to that is if I was going to do that, I would have already done it. Like,
Thanks for the business.
I'm not a Larry channel. And I have judged movies based off previous and always like, oh, well, why couldn't they include this? Or it's not a great adaptation of the story. And that is true. I did that for Ready Player One, where I thought Ready Player One was a horrible representation
Can't get ahead of myself.
of the book. The book was great. I love the book. I just felt like I always felt going into it, I was like, the movie is never going to represent this movie.
I will not hold back.
And
the mark of nobility.
it is impressive. I did impressive.
Oh.
On what Ready Player
You're in
One
good form.
did. The way they were able to get all the rights, credit where credit's earned. Was it a good movie?
Anywhere I can hide.
Actually, no. It was not a horrible movie. In fact, I think it was the
Flame spirit, protect me.
better movies of 2018. Part of me was like looking back in 2018, like, oh, what was like the movie that stood out to you as being like the movie
Growth.
of the year? And part of me was like, oh, there's nothing in my recollection of just like best movie of all time.
I have no need of you.
Unlike
Hardly worth my time.
Show me more.
I would say it's the best movie of 2020, but it's not because it came out last year. I would say 2019 best movie was 1917. I think that's the best movie that came out that year. I think it was the first movie that I was like, oh my fucking god, it's a fucking masterpiece. I don't say that much when I go to movies, because it's like, okay, this is flawed, this is what's flawed, and it's like, when I saw 1917, which I want to rewatch because I have it on DVD. I'm recently buying movies on DVD again because I'm just like, it's just like,
Yes, I have.
since I like having them in my own
I'd
personal
rather be
collection, I'm
nappy.
building my DVD collection back up again. I've
Just like that.
been dormant ever since the digital age of 2010. You know, 2011 was the last time. In 2010, 2018, I didn't buy it.
No
So if
hesitation.
you want to
That is that.
but now I buy DVDs. Actually, let me retract what I said about 20... No, because it came out in 2019. I was just to say, well, what about Shazam? I was like, no, that came out in 2019. That was not... I love Shazam, but it's not the best movie in 2019, that's 1917. And, at the moment, I'm not gonna lie, if you're asking me, like, at the moment, what's the best movie of 2020? I would probably have to say, probably Sonic the Hedgehog. No, Onward's the best movie. Let me retract that, actually. No, Onward,
Failure is not an option.
and then Weathering With You.
I must.
Which is odd, because Weathering With You came out last year. So, it is still technically a 2019 movie. But it was that movie I just watched and like, oh my gosh, this is just pure art. Like, that being said, I don't like art house movies. I really don't. When if I watch type of movies I like to watch, I am not the avant-garde person. I'm just like, I like any movie. It's like I don't like artistic movies because sometimes they just either A, lose me somewhere, or I'm not an audience that they're trying to speak to. And I haven't seen Parasite, and that was my concern when people told me about the premise of Parasite, and it was like, okay, this is the premise of Parasite, and I'm like, well, I don't think I'm the demographic that should be watching this. And they said, why not? I was like, well, because I'm not this or that. It's like you should watch it anyway. It's a horror movie. Yeah. I don't like horror.
I thought I was dead.
I made the evidence there. It's like I don't like horror movies because I feel like they've died. Someone killed them a long time ago, and we're like trying to get the remnants of it, but we just can't find the body. Like bring it back to life. It's like a really messed up murder trial where like the body is like so disfigured we can't even recognize it anymore.
Victory is assured.
And that's where I stand on that because I don't think
You should be honored.
I don't think they were horror movies are not handled well. I like horror movies to a degree. I was talking about this with a friend. The best horror movie of all time is Jaws or Alien, and he agreed with that. He didn't agree with Jaws because he thought Jaws was more of a thriller movie. But Jaws is excellent ability suspense.
This one beneath me.
Anything by Hitchcock is also great suspense. Like, I watched Notorious. Notorious is a great Hitchcock movie. Watch it. It's really worth your time. They made a bottle of beer scary.
Can I go now?
They build the tension up, and it's like, oh my gosh, this is brilliant. Just straight up genius.
Not worth the risk.
I was like, whoa, he did this. And
You are not.
Notorious is not my favorite Hitchcock movie. I think Rear Window is. You feel like, what's the best Hitchcock movie? Rear Window, Vertigo, North by Northwest, and Shadow of a Doubt are best movies. Those are his 4 best movies. I put Psycho up there too.
I'm getting closer.
I feel like Psycho's up there just due to like when it came out, but it's not his best movie. Psycho was revolutionary for the time. After that, you can ignore it, but for what it was at the time, it's not a scary movie. But at the time, it was revolutionary in the film industry, so you have to give it that placing, I feel like. And then I feel like, what would be the next one I put on? Probably the Notorious. Notorious and The Burge, because I find The Burge really funny. I find a lot of weird things funny. Like, I was watching Quarantine. And there's a scene where this monkey is just like, ah! And they just blew up a town. I was like, okay, that'd be funny. That's kind of funny. It was just kind of out of place and kind of funny. And I just laughed. I'm like, why are you laughing? It's like, it's just kind of weird. In my opinion. So yeah.
Professor?
Good job.
My
I think we're gonna rest so we can build up the Sword of the Creator and everyone can be well rested. We're still upset. No. Support. Should we talk to Ilgard? No! At least we're at C ranking, that's good. I'm gonna rest. Actually, no, hold on. Need appearance. Oh, I wanna change yours. Attire. Let's put you in somewhere just because. And the rest is pretty good. Okay. No, I was gonna see a Flame heading costume. That's what I was putting on. So this Flame heading costumes. Oh yeah, and we already determined what she did. My mistake. I'm gonna rest so everyone can be restored. So the creator's restored. Alrighty, story time.
Professor, I know where the enemy is. Where Solon is. They're in a place called the Sealed Forest, close to the monastery. The Archbishop is gathering the knights to begin a search. She's doing so in secret, behind our backs. She must be afraid that a thirst for revenge will compel you to seek them out. Now that you know, will you give us the order?
No. I will not allow it.
This discovery comes just when the knights are at their busiest. It is all too likely that our foes revealed themselves to lure you out there. They are the ones who took Geralt from you. I know how you must despise them, but I must ask you to rein in your personal feelings for now.
Please, Professor, do not act carelessly. I ask that you leave this to us. Losing you so soon after losing Gerald would be unbearable.
Lady Rhea, our professor is not acting out of revenge. Sending us out there is the most strategic move we can make. You can't deny it. Most of the knights are still far away. Not only does our professor wield a hero's relic, but there is no one here who is more powerful. Seteth and the few remaining knights can't leave the monastery unattended. We have fought under our teacher's command countless times. We are the most effective army here, and we are already prepared for battle. We have no idea what the enemy is plotting. We must act now.
Professor, do you agree with this strategy? Understood. I will give you the order. Destroy the enemy that is hiding in the sealed forest. You have the protection of the goddess on your side. Whatever happens, you shall overcome.
Let's go, my teacher. Whatever happens, do not lose your conviction out there.
Alrighty, let's get to it. So yeah, after this, I'm gonna grind because I feel a lot better if I grinded. Because I'd be like, hey, I'm at level 25 and we're safe for the next chapters.
We are now within the sealed forest. We must not let our guard down.
Professor, we'll avenge Gerald for you, no matter what.
Remember, it is a bad idea to get distracted by revenge.
I have readiness. Our enemies will be taking... we will take our enemies down.
Well, it's not like we have any other missions this month. I suppose this is as good a way as any to spend our energy.
Lindhart spending energy? We'd better finish this fast before the pigs start flying everywhere.
Lower your voice. The enemy could be close.
It is time to repay the kindness of the professor who saved my life.
Professor, I know I'm the one who insisted we come here, but don't doubt for a moment that the enemy is waiting for you.
Lady Edelgard, what are you saying?
What other objective could they possibly have? We have no clue what kind of trap is waiting for us. Please be careful, my teacher. We can't afford to lose you.
The enemy is strong, but you will prevail. You must.
Look there! Demonic beasts! I suppose they aren't holding back.
I'm kind of curious. Yeah, we're going after Monica.
Welcome
Watch
to
out.
the Forest of Death.
Monica?
My name is Kranya. This weakling girl was just a borrowed look for me.
I got sluttier too.
This is what I really look like.
I like you
now,
beforehand.
you vermin,
I don't like the
take
prison
down
tattoo of
every
all your
last one of you. That's my cue.
Really don't. I'll do that. Worth it.
Let us away.
So I'm gonna send a
I
spell
will
review
get the
this way.
victory.
Me and
I will
Edelgard will go that
prevail.
way.
Stay focused.
I can build the bond.
Aye, aye.
goes there.
I am
Yeah, why not have you
Ferdinand
go
von
this
Eyre. As you wish.
my noble steed. That is probably a strange connection to Shrek. The strangest I probably made. Because that was a reference to Shrek, like,
If this
noble
takes
steed.
too long, I might be forced to escape.
Oh,
Or do you simply intend to let me go? How accommodating of you. As for me, I intend to kill you all.
so I'm kind of curious, did they just put a rule set on us? Odd. They didn't tell anything.
This is going to hurt.
Oh, critical! That's good. Ah, good critical. Like, even better critical guy in the match. I was like, oh, it's only going to do I said it's plus.
That was nothing.
Oh, Brunad. We got a critical. So yeah, things are getting hectic next week. I'm like, I was like looking at my calendar, like, ooh, next week, what's happening? I'm like, ooh, Pokemon. Yeah, the Pokemon expansion is coming out. I'm not truly upset about a lot of people
Victory is
upset
assured.
about it. Sort of chill for a
You
lot
are
of people.
nothing.
I'm not denying that. I don't want that to be misunderstood that I'm supporting what they're doing. It's just I'd rather pay this $30 for DLC or $50 for an enhanced version of Fortnite. I don't think it's worth it. I think the DLC could be good if they focus on it.
We must stop.
But it's odd because I never thought Pokemon in a million years would do DLC. Like I never did. It was like the only thing is I can't do DLC. It's like yeah, Pokemon. Pokemon's never gonna do DLC in a million years. But it did. And that's, okay, the world's ending. That's further proof that 2020 is the worst year ever. But it is. That's a really bad joke, but it's just like, yeah, Pokemon should not be doing DLC. Like, Smash, I'm happy Smash is trying to add more DLC, because I generally like Smash's gameplay. Smash has me invested, the characters have me invested, so yeah.
Can't get ahead of myself.
I'll pay for the Smash DLC. Because I have, I'm trying to, I don't think I can beat 0. But I'm having kind of, like, how many Smash videos can I get uploaded in a year? I generally also have like video testing where I'm just like seeing how many videos I can upload per year. At the moment of like what I have planned.
Your defeat was inevitable.
But I think it's because I'm doing constant content.
Try again.
You missed. My breath. I like making weird ass lines out from video games. I don't know, it's just fun.
My limit is nearby.
Be mindful.
No healing. Yeah, we're safe. Sorry.
I didn't.
Nikon's always a pro in my opinion. There we go. Making forward.
Good
I'm
looking out.
first this time. Aha!
Who's next?
And then Eldar goes up here, waiting. Dorothea, destroy the archer. Please, thank you. Oh! Actually, I wonder if we can get MVP because I feel like we can do a good job with both sides of the units. It's just kind of I suppose.
I want to be all I can.
Good. Haha, that felt fun. So I was recently looking at my timers on my DVR and I was like, oh, well, when my recording's happening.
You worked hard for nothing.
Part of me that pissed me off. Not pissed me off, just aggravated me. Is because I watched Miraculous on Disney Channel. The Christmas episode for season 3 is not on there yet. So, I'm just gonna have to wait for December for Disney Channel to start playing Chris Master. It took them forever to get the original one on. I'm not kidding, like... I was on my computer like, oh, there's a new episode of Miraculous, and it was a Christmas episode. But it was new because it was the first time it was airing on Disney Channel.
Sorry.
Well, that's nice. I'm gonna have to... and you're like, you have it on Netflix. It's like, yeah, but I like watching it on Disney Channel. Because then I can just kick back, relax, and let play, and just be like, yeah, I don't have to worry about doing anything. Also, my morning rituals. It's like... Because I like the rituals that cartoons offer. It's just like
Failure is not an option.
wake up early and spend like 3 hours watching television cartoons. I love that concept. I love that Disney Channel is doing that again. I don't like that Miraculous is square in the morning of it and at the end of it, and at the beginning of it, and then Gravity Falls and they say dreams right after it. Because okay, it's nice on the days where I have to get up really early, because then it's the first thing that shows on, so it's like, okay, that's early, I can watch an episode. I liked it when they showed an episode beforehand, so they had 3 episodes a day, technically. Because that was the first time I watched Frozen and Gaming where I just kind of fell in love with it.
For Lady Edelgard.
Yeah, those 2 episodes made me just love the show. And I rewatched Frozen 2 times one day, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's still awesome. Still probably the best episode of Miraculous. You could argue that's my deathbed, and I'd be like, yeah, probably. Ah well, a suicide mission's worth it.
Oh, how cute! You're trying so hard. But now it's time to die.
I must call it a day.
I can share that, but good strategic move. Even though most people don't. Mom, I didn't listen. Like how we're probably not going to defeat you with Violet, but I find that interesting.
Thank you.
Here you go, Bernad. You're healed. You have healed. This is a quick combo of our ability. Keep going on. Oh yeah, we already moved again. Up we go. Waiting. Enemy turn. Oh, he healed. Well, that didn't make it worth it at all. Oh yeah, miss. Great Bernad. Miss. Ain't that swell? Ain't that different? Let's call it a strategic move. Worth it, might be. Lorenz, finish her.
But how? How could I really lose to a lowly creature like you?
Well.
Solon, don't just stand there and stare. I need your help.
Yes, you most certainly do.
Huh?
Have no fear, Kranya. Your sacrifice will help to rid this world of the filthy vermin that have long infested it. Unleash the forbidden spell of Zaharas upon our enemies! Be gone with you, Fellstar.
That could only have been magic. What happened to our professor?
They were swallowed by the mystical darkness of the forbidden spell. An eternity wandering in a void of nothingness, never to return to this world. To think, we almost had the sword of the Creator.
You're lying! Our professor is alive, I know it!
That's right. Our professor is no ordinary human.
It is hard to fathom that our professor would die in a place like this.
It is possible that death has yet to find your friend, but there are worse things than death. Drifting through the darkness with no chance of escape, overwhelmed with hopelessness. It must be torturous.
You're already boasting a victory, but know this. If you did use such devious tricks to stop our professor, I swear that you will regret it.
I cannot help but agree with her this once. Even if our professor is trapped in darkness, that is not the end of their story.
I will not forgive such arrogance. If you prefer it so, you shall also be added to the ranks of the dead.
You fool! What were you thinking, charging right into an enemy's trap? Are you just a boulder that rolls down whatever hill it's on? No, even a boulder has more sense. Apologizing won't make things right! This darkness is terrifying! As you and I are one, I too am trapped within this void. But please consider this. This realm of darkness we are in is separate from the world from which you came. I mean that it would take a god to leave this place. In time, our hearts and minds will cease to be. Are you prepared to die? I thought as much. I also do not wish to die. And yet... there is no other choice. Do you recall your father's diary? He said you were a child who never cried nor laughed. I think I am the one to blame. I must have been asleep, but even then, I feel I was a part of you. I do not know how Rhea managed it, but she allowed me to exist inside of you. The truth is, I have always been with you. It is within you that I found my power yet again. The power of a goddess. The power of the progenitor god. My name is Sothis. By now, you must be well aware of what that means. I am the one who watches over Fodlan and the creatures dwelling there. I am Sothis, she who died and then returned. There is but one thing left to do to save us from this darkness of eternity. I must now use the power of a god. However, I lack a body of my own, and so I must relinquish all the power that I have to you. The time has come for you and I to join as one. And when that comes to pass, then I shall disappear. When I say disappear, I do not mean that all I am will be no more. My soul will join with yours, and you and I will never be apart. But I will no longer have the chance to speak with you. I shall miss it. So long have I been on this path with you. Through you, I got to see and hear this world. I even got to chastise you from time to time. I may not have acted like a goddess, but it was certainly fun. For all that you have done, thank you. I'm glad that it was you to whom my fate was bound. Now, we must pray. For if we share this wish, our spirits too will join as one. Your wish is to return to the forest, stop the enemy, and rescue the little ones. No need for words. I know your heart as though it were my own. Your will and mine are now as one. Both sides of time are revealed to you, and you alone. You know I am the beginning. What shall you do?
So the Fellstar consumes even the darkness itself.
Professor, it is you, right? I knew that you would always come back to us. I'd like to ask about your appearance, but for now, let's dispose of our enemies.
What did you see in the darkness of Zaharas? This should be impossible. The only being that can withstand that darkness is... Unless I dispose of you myself, I may never have the chance to send you back there.
Alright, let's go. Yeah, right in the vent, huh? Things really do change. But it's great to see it piled back. See, that's actually that's something they used for the Violet's reveal trailer in Smash. They kind of just changed some of the lines a bit. But yeah. That's what they did. I say demonic beasts are moving, but okay. Let's do that. Steal it. Ow.
Now you know your limits.
Mm-hmm. Wait, can only assist over there? Because now we have to sort of greater overpowered version that I love. Yeah, it's something you want to have. This is, even though it's very different, this hairstyle from me. Because he is now one with Sophis. He is now the new progenitor god. So story! Yay. I generally like, I don't know, the story of this game is really good, but I still think so far the Golden Deer's path is better. Not just be my opinion. Look one more. Cohorts, there we go. I get some damage on some demonic beast and the next, but okay. they go over here and leave in their enemy phase. Where the house and then stabby again. Ah!
Only a fool challenges me.
Yeah, don't challenge for an ad. You'll lose. Ooh, steal active. Only you can use steal active. Destructor burns out. Go there. I dare to. Actually, she's gonna roll units go after her all you want. Yeah, I employ it. You treat her like that. Like that. Yeah. Quicker than that. I have you guys do this way.
I can fight through anything.
I have you defeat them.
Victory is assured.
Get the critical! Ah.
You should be honored.
So I want to go that way around. Up here we go. Waiting, and then Philo takes care of you.
No hesitation.
Critical!
Should I have held back?
Better. Better? Here? I'm gonna end my turn there. I don't care if they go through there, guys. I don't mind. They're strong enough. Like I said, strong
I'd
enough.
rather be napping.
Love, love.
I could have been.
Great job. Yeah. Okay, that's a lot of damage. We had something here. Oh no. I was gonna say, I doubt you get over there. Over there. Wait. And then bring the other guard over here. Wait, then turn. I know these are how you die. That's part that after. Oh, wait. If he goes after him, what are the odds of him actually? Ooh, actually pretty good. Okay.
I have no time to waste on the likes of you. To think that I would lose to mere beasts. But this is not the end. Tullus will carry out our mission somehow.
It's over. Now, Professor, about your appearance. That hair. And those eyes. You remind me of someone. What happened to you? The goddess. I see. Well, I'm happy for you. Your weapon is called the Sword of the Creator, after all. It's no wonder she looks favorably upon you. Just as it was with Saint Saros, no doubt. And just how will you use this new power, Professor? That is so like you to say that. Tell me, if the world, and your students included, were to divide and go to war with each other, what would you do? In that scenario, each side would represent both the world and your students. Who would you? Professor, have you fallen asleep? This must be a side effect of your recent changes. I can't just leave you here. I could try carrying you, but no, I had better call for Hubert.
In time's flow, see the glow of flames ever burning bright on the swift river's drift, broken memories alight.
Professor, you must remain still. Everything is all right. There is no need to worry. Those who are trying to harm you are far away. How lovely it would be for this moment to last forever. I wish I could hold on to this time we have stolen, that you and I could create a world without end. I have heard whispers of what happened to you. Your appearance. You have received power from the goddess. From the moment you took hold of the sword of the Creator, I prayed that one day the radiant power of Sothis, which bathes Fodlan in its celestial light, might reside within you. But you are so much more than the light. You are my... Close your eyes, dear one. Sleep just a while longer. I will be watching over you, always, always and forever.
Part 1. White Clouds. Pegasus Moon. Throne of Knowledge. The northern lands are enveloped in a bitter cold, and frigid winds are carried across the sea to the south of Adrestia. When feather-white snow falls on Fodlan's locket, the fort looks as delicate as a pearl. However, beneath that snowy blanket, her throat is more treacherous than ever.
Rhea, please, talk to me. What are you hiding? What is the meaning of how that one looks? It is almost as though...
As I said, there is nothing of which to speak, for now. At the end of this month...
I read Gerald's diary. I happened upon it in his room.
What?
In it, he stated the reason for his departure. The baby, thought to have died in the fire, has returned to us. Gerald realized that you had done something to the child and decided to flee. What did you do to that baby, Rhea? Nothing questionable, I should hope.
Setteth enough. They will be here shortly. No more, I beg of you. I will take our dear professor to the Holy Tomb. There, I should be able to see our dearest wishes to fruition. When I was young, I heard her voice there. I'm sure of it. You may enter. I have been awaiting your arrival, Professor. Now that you have received sacred power from the goddess, there is somewhere you must pay a visit to at once. You must go to the Holy Tomb so that you may receive a divine revelation from the goddess.
The Holy Tomb is where the goddess sleeps. This monastery was originally built for the purpose of protecting that hallowed temple.
Only a select few know of it, but there is a legend about Seros and the Holy Tomb. Saint Seros, the first soul to be gifted power from the goddess, received her revelation there. She was told that it was her sacred duty to save the people of Fodlan, and that she must use her power wisely in order to lead them. The words that were handed down to Seros from the goddess will likely fall upon your ears as well.
Prepare yourself to go at once. There, may you find out why you were blessed with such power.
There will be a ceremony at the Holy Tomb. It is then that you will receive the goddess's revelation. You may share this mission with your students. It is said that when Seiros received the revelation, she had holy warriors by her side protecting her. Your students, who have followed you and fought alongside you through the darkest of times, are well suited to stand by you for the ceremony. Of course, as the leader of the Church of Seiros, I will be by your side as well. The Holy Tomb is a sacred temple that is sealed off from the rest of the world. There is nothing to fear. Even if something were to happen, I am more than capable of protecting myself.
Much has changed, but your duty has not wavered. Steel your mind for the ceremony and prepare your students well.
Oh, wow, thanks!
Thank you.
It's time to start anew.
Yeah, I don't want to do the quest. Anyway, thank you all for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. That's it for me. Have a good day. Bye-bye.